Hey, it's Andrew again, and today in this video we're going to be looking at the 5 LEGO Star Wars helmets that have been released up to this point. We're going to give you a better idea of which one to pick, which one is the best, which one is the worst, which one is the most accurate, a few of those types of things. So let's dive right into it. So before we look at my opinions on each of them, let's look at the prices. Darth Vader comes in at the highest price at $70. Then you have these three, which come in at $60. And then last is the Scout Trooper at $50. Scout Trooper definitely has the fewest pieces, and so that makes sense. But don't let that fool you, because it was one of my favorite builds, and I think it looks the most accurate. But I'll talk about that later. And Darth Vader, definitely the most pieces, and honestly, I kind of got a little bit bored with this build, other than the face region. The face was really fun to build, but the rest of it was a little bit tedious, especially because it's just all one color on the outside, so yeah. Okay, first thing that we're going to take a look at is accuracy. If we are looking for the most accurate model here, I would definitely say it's the Scout Trooper. I have no complaints about, angles or, anything like that. I think that it pretty much exactly matches the helmet. Number 2 would definitely be Boba Fett. There is kind of one thing that I would say about that, and that if you're looking for an accurate representation of Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, this isn't it, just because the paint is so vibrant, or the colors on this is so vibrant compared to his paint on his helmet in Empire Strikes Back. But if you're looking at the Mandalorian Boba Fett, where he has his armor newly painted, then this really does look awesome. Next up after that would be Darth Vader, although watch my video that does a deep dive into this helmet, because you will see how much I hate the stickers on his, I think it's his air outtake here. It looks so bad. He just has buck teeth, and so I hate that about him. But other than those stickers, I think that this helmet is awesome. Then with the last 2 helmets, I would say that the TIE Pilot looks more accurate than the Stormtrooper, but I think that's mostly just because the black of the TIE Pilot kind of hides those discrepancies between this model and the real helmet. On the Stormtrooper, you can easily see that he looks like a cartoon. Well, I still like this model. I'll just say it's definitely my least favorite of the 5. I just think he looks like Family Guy Stormtrooper. So that's that. Okay, next let's talk about stickers. There are a few stickers on a few of these helmets that I really dislike, but I will say Boba Fett has no stickers, which a lot of people will love. Darth Vader definitely has some stickers here on the front that I hate. The Stormtrooper and TIE Pilot also have stickers here on the front that I hate. The Scout Trooper has a few stickers, but they're all fine to put on. They're really easy, and they do add some detail that's really nice. The bases on these 5 models are all pretty much the same. The way that they attach to the model themselves is a little bit different depending on the model. And then we do have the nice printed plaques that are uniform throughout the 5 models. And so they definitely look very good next to each other. If you have them all on a shelf, they look like they're from the same series, and they look really good. One little thing that I will point out that I've noticed is that in the months that I've had this TIE Pilot, it has gotten a lot of dust on it, and even in the little time that I've had Darth Vader, he has also gotten a lot of dust on him. These other ones also get dust, but you can't see it as well as on these black models. And so that's one little disclaimer. If you're just leaving it on a shelf, you will start to notice a lot of dust on the black models. The plaques on all 5 of these helmets can move up and down like that. But other than that, none of them have something that moves other than Boba Fett. You can see that his rangefinder does come up and down, and I think that's a really cool feature. I think that he does look really good with it up or down. as I'm sure many of you are aware, these 3 came out in 2020, and then these 2 came out this year in 2021. I'm sad that they only released 2 this year. I'm hoping that next year they will keep this tradition going, releasing Star Wars helmets, but I'm hoping that they'll release 3 of them. And personally, my top picks, I would love to see a Shore Trooper. I think that they are one of the coolest looking troopers. And then from the prequels, I would love to see, a second phase clone trooper. I think they've got a lot of possibilities. There are so many different helmets in the Star Wars universe. So yeah, we'll have to see what they end up with. So which one was my favorite to build? I think it kind of lines up with which ones are my favorite. I think the Scout Trooper was a really fun build. It wasn't too long of a build, which can be a pro and a con, but it wasn't too tedious like a few of the others. Boba Fett was also a really fun build, especially just because of all the different colors. That adds a little bit more fun to it. And then, after that, I'm not sure. I really enjoyed building the face of Darth Vader. It had some very cool building techniques. And then after that, I would say maybe actually the Stormtrooper. Just because the TIE Pilot, when you're building with so much black, it does get a little bit, I don't know, you just can't see it as well. And I was building on a black surface, and so, it just got a little bit annoying. But for that reason, the Stormtrooper was a little bit more fun than the TIE Pilot. Alright, so if you are someone who hasn't purchased any of them yet, and you're looking for one to buy, I would say personally, I would buy the Scout Trooper. And it is the cheapest, as I mentioned, and it has the fewest pieces, but I think it looks so good. I think it looks really accurate, and I love the contrast between the white and the black base. Second up for me would be Boba Fett. I think that this one also looks really accurate. It doesn't have any weird stickers to put on. The colors look really good, and it really pops out on a shelf. So those would be the first 2 that I would get if I were to pick 2. Or if I were to pick 1, Scout Trooper. If I were to pick 3, I think the third one would be Darth Vader. These 2, I think they just don't look as accurate. I love the oxygen tubes on the TIE Pilot, but since it's a hard decision, but I think I would choose Darth Vader over the TIE Pilot. Stormtrooper, definitely I would choose last. So there you have it. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these helmets. I really do like all of them. I personally have my favorite and least favorite, but they are all very cool display sets. They're pretty fun builds. I don't think you can go wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear which one is your favorite, and if you decided, to get one or multiple, which ones you decided on. And then check out my videos. I have speed builds of these helmets. I also have deep dives into each of the helmets to give you a really deep view of, the pros and cons of each helmet. So like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and we'll see you next time.